Joe Harris will be staying in Brooklyn. He's agreed on a 4-year, $75 million deal to be that spot-up shooter that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant will need as it's time to go in Brooklyn. That team's returning 2 top 10 guys around our league, and they need some shooters to give them the floor spacing as they look to operate all over the basketball court. Now, this one is a shocker to me, and it's probably my fault. I should have did a little more research. The Nets love Joe Harris. That is what it's come down to. And, you know, kudos to that Brooklyn Nets owner, Joseph Tsai. He got the bag, and he's willing to give it to a lot of his guys. Remember, Spencer Dinwiddie's on a 3-year, $34 million deal. Caris LeVert's on a 3-year, $50-something million deal. That bad boy just kicked in. It's going to kick in this season. And, you know, obviously you're paying Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving top money. I mean, you're paying some guys some money. DeAndre Jordan ain't cheap. You're paying some guys some money. I personally don't understand the Joe Harris deal. I look at it from the perspective of if you got Kyrie Irving, if you got Kevin Durant, you will be able to find shooting at a veterans minimum type of deal, a mid-level exception type of deal. And hell, you got Caris LeVert and you got Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm kind of in my head trying to figure out how that rotation is going to work. If you're paying Joe Harris about $18 to $19 million a year, you got to start him, right? You know, but then what do you do with Caris LeVert? That Brooklyn Nets team doesn't make 100% sense to me. That's why I believe that a James Harden to Brooklyn deal could happen this summer, because it does make sense for both the Nets and the Rockets. Obviously, I don't believe it's going to happen, but that Nets roster doesn't make a lot of sense to me. They got too many guards. Kyrie, Caris LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris. Newsflash in Brooklyn, there's only one basketball, and a guy by the name of Kevin Durant's going to want that bad boy more times than not. I don't understand that Nets team. They're super talented, but I would go in the direction of, okay, we got Kyrie. Let Caris LeVert be our spot-up shooter. He can create for himself. He can knock down a shot. I'd rather give that responsibility to Caris over Joe. Congratulations to Joe on getting that bag. The Nets love Joe. They want him to be a lifer in Brooklyn. They love his game. They love what he represents. He rolled with them through some dark times, so they feel loyal. They feel obligated to be loyal to him because he was loyal to them. All I'm saying is how deep is the loyalty? $19 million a year, a $75 million contract that's a lot of loyalty for a spot-up shooter. I mean, I know shooting's at a premium in this league right now, but he got the J.J. Redick contract that J.J. signed a couple years ago in Philly. That's a lot of money to give a shooter, man. That's just a lot of money. A guy that you know can't defend in a lot of late game situations in the playoffs. Let's be real about it. Joe's probably not going to be on the court. Kyrie Irving's not known for his defense, right? Kevin Durant can defend, but we'll see how his defense holds up this year coming off that Achilles injury. That's just a lot of money to give a spot-up shooter. But I'm not mad at Joe. Go get the bag. Brooklyn was willing to pay it. Joseph Tsai, the owner of the Nets, seems to be a guy that's willing to pay as long as his team produces wins on the court. God bless them all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Joe Harris getting the bag. Man, Dwight Howard can't even get a deal worth more than $2 million, and Joe Harris just got signed for $75 million. Wow, man. If you can knock down a jumper consistently, you can get a bag in the NBA. I'm out.